In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Maven site plugin. So this is a plugin that's going to be generating the website for your project. And you can see here, this website here was actually generated via the site plugin. So Apache Maven project uses that. You can see that the content to it. So it's very, very customizable. And we can see the goals, and we're only going to look at generating the actual site in this. But if we look at down here at the examples, creating content, you can see if we do source site, and then we can do different types. So it's going to support APT, almost plain text, FML, XDoc, or probably the most in use right now is going to be Markdown. So we can also define things in Markdown, and of course HTML as well, or XHTML. So we can do any of these values as far as that, and the site plugin will pick up that content and generate our website using that. But let's take a look at just what happens building it from default. So if I jump over to IntelliJ, and I'm going to run the site goal, and remember this is its own separate build lifecycle. So we'll go ahead and run that. And you can see that it complains a little bit. And just going to double check, I didn't generate anything. So I'm going to just do a package. I'll go verify here. And you can see, then we'll double check, make sure it's not, because I'm just missing the target output. So let's come up here and do site again. And I was actually just stepping through a troubleshooting step there. You can see that we are very unhappy here, and we are getting a required class missing. And I actually did some research on this in prepping. If I come over here, we can see that the versions have changed. There's been an update in version, so there's a conflict where a plugin within the build has not been updated to the latest Maven site plugin. So the site plugin's been fixed, but the version of Maven, which is the latest version, I'm kind of surprised it's not carrying this, but sometimes that happens. We need to take this up. So this is saying that we need to go to the latest 3.7.1. If I come over here, I should be able to see where he ran. So we have 3.3, so versus 3.7.1. So if I come up here, and if I add in this plugin, and I just copied and pasted that over. So we are running on 3.3 within this project, but it's been fixed in the latest version, and that's 3.7.1. So we are overriding that of what's available by default. Again, I'm running Maven 3.6.0 at the time of recording. So now if I come in and run site using the new plugin, you can see that 3.7.1 just ran, and now it generates everything correct. It generates the various HTML, and let me minify this. And let's open up the target directory and take a look. We can see now in the target directory, I have a site folder, and we have an index.html. You can see that it does a number of things here. And let's take a look at it in Chrome. And of course, we open up on my other monitor. Sorry about that. So this is the website that gets built for us, and this is all generated out of Maven. You can see built with Maven. So if we click on project information, this is all generic. We didn't set anything up for this. This is all right out of Maven. Dependencies, I think this is kind of interesting. This will show you the different types of dependencies. We're pretty small on this project. Obviously, we just have commons lang in there. Our dependency tree, simply commons lang. So commons lang 3, so not a lot there, not a lot going on. But if we had a more complex project, this would have a lot more information in it. And then dependency information, we can see here, this is kind of nice. If we needed to include this artifact into, obviously, Maven, Apache Builder, or Apache Ivy, we can do any of these. So all these here, we can just cut and paste into these different build tools for that artifact. And we can see that we don't have any type of about. If we added more metadata to our Maven POM, obviously we would have a richer document here. But this is just using reflection from our project. Let's reflect upon our POM. You can see we didn't tell it very much. but it built this entire website taking what it could and reflecting upon that. So just to recap things, ran the goal of site, and that is in a build lifecycle. So this is a build lifecycle phase site, which runs the site plugin, the site goal of the site plugin. And initially we did have a conflict, a missing class, because of a version conflict within Maven, even though I'm running Maven 3.6.0 at the time of recording. That version of Maven does not have the latest site plugin. By going in and adding in the latest site plugin, I was able to resolve that error.